Hello, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be predicting the Premier League prediction match week 1 scores. Okay, starting with Arsenal versus Coventry on Friday night. I think Arsenal are going to have way too much for Coventry, unfortunately for them. Coventry did well last season, but I just don't think they're going to have enough to match up with Arsenal. They've signed some decent players, some Premier League proven players, but Arsenal are a different level at the minute, and I don't think they've got much of a chance. I'm going to predict 3-1. I think Arsenal are going to start really well right at the beginning. They're going to start off on the front foot. Coventry are going to give it a good go, but ultimately, Arsenal to win 3-1. Next, Hull versus Man United. This one, however, I think is going to be a bit of a different game because Hull are at home. That's going to make a massive difference for them. Hull have only just been promoted again, and they haven't been in the league for a while, so I think they're going to be really up for this first game. Um, Having the home advantage does really help the newly promoted sides, especially at the beginning of the season when they're full of optimism and really want to do well. I still think Man United are going to win, but I think they're going to struggle a bit more than what Arsenal are going to struggle to beat Coventry, purely for the fact that Man United are playing away. I'm going to go with 2-1. Okay, next, Everton versus Crystal Palace. This one's going to be a tight game, I think. Two teams mid-table last season, didn't really pull up much in the Premier League, haven't really improved their squads, got signings in here and there, but nothing outstanding. Lost a couple of players. I really think these two teams are just going to battle it out in mid-table, and I think they're going to draw the game. I don't think it's going to be a particularly entertaining game, even though it is the first game of the season. Next, Ipswich versus Sunderland. Okay, this one again, I think it's going to be a tight one because Ipswich are at home, Sunderland are away. Sunderland's away form last season petered off towards the end. Um, and Ipswich are really going to be up for this again in the same position as Hull. However, I think they're going to get something out of this game. I think they're going to draw their first game 2-2. Next, Nottingham Forest Leeds. This one again, tight game. Two teams that struggled in the season last season. However, Leeds have added to their team. Nottingham Forest seem to have lost all their one or two of their better players and not really improved their squad. So I think they're going to struggle a little bit more this season. So that means I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leeds. Leeds weren't very good away from home last season, but did pick up towards the end. I just think they're going to outmatch uh, Nottingham Forest energy, and they're going to beat them 2-1. Next, Brentford versus Spurs. This one, again, I think this is going to be an end-to-end game. Spurs have got a lot of new players. Brentford did score quite a few goals last season in most of their home games. I think this is going to be an end-to-end game, 17:30 kickoff, under the lights or kind of under the lights, depending how dark it gets. I think this is going to be an entertaining game. Probably the most entertaining game of the weekend, and that's why I've gone for the prediction 3-2. I just think Brentford will win it at the end. Tottenham are going to do well this season, I think, but I think it's going to take time for them to transition and get used to how each other play. This will be one of their first competitive games all together. So I just think it's going to take time for some of them to bed in, and I'm going to go for Brentford win. Next, the Sunday games: Brighton versus Villa. Okay, Villa have lost quite a substantial amount of their good players again, and not really improved them. They've got a couple of signings in, and maybe they're going to sign some more players towards the end of the season. But Brighton have done really well. Again, recruiting is probably their best asset, or if not one of their best assets. So I think that they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win it 3-1 at home, playing the ball around. Villa lost a couple of their players, a bit disjointed, I think, at the start. Yeah, 3-1. Next, Man City Bournemouth. Um, this one again, I think is going to be a tight game because Bournemouth are actually a really good team. Like they're in Europe, they earned their way into Europe last season. Very good team. Um, but I just think Man City are going to have enough to beat them. I think that FA Community Shield game will really have maybe kicked them up the backside a little bit, showed them that they need to put some more effort in, and I think they'll come through, especially at home. So I'm going to go with 2-1 to Man City. Next, the old school game of the season. but it hasn't really been like that for a few seasons now, or quite a while actually. Newcastle, Liverpool. Um, Newcastle have been decimated. They've signed some players, but no one of note. Liverpool again, they've lost a couple of their best players, but had a better squad, so they're probably in a better position than Newcastle are. I still think they both need to make some big signings towards the end of next week, but I think Liverpool come away with a 3-1 victory on this. Um, Next, Fulham Chelsea, last game of the week. Um, Chelsea have improved massively, well, improved their squad massively, and we don't know if they've improved massively yet. We won't know until a couple of games in. But having Xabi Alonso as manager, signing a good couple of players, I think that they're going to really kick on this season and do quite well. Um, I've got them for a 2-0 win against Fulham. Fulham won't be a bad team, but I think they're going to be in a transition period. But the difference between the transition periods between Fulham and Chelsea is going to be the amount of money that Chelsea have been able to spend and Fulham haven't. So the transition will be made easier by Xabi Alonso picking a few players and Arbeloa not being able to pick as many players. Okay, that rounds up my match week prediction ones. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm gonna like on the ball a little bit, or if you think something different. Let me know. We'll have a conversation about it. No drama. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.